Have you discovered the secret behind Jack Cripp's?
It's pretty incredible, isn't it? Like, is it 244? Is that the number? I think it's around that figure. I was lucky enough to chat to Sam Steins last night, and we're going to get Sam in to celebrate Jim and show the incredible longevity of his career, but also what he did for so many of us in the game, and then show some footage of Jim in his heyday, and then get Sam to take us into a little bit of his world, and then we'll celebrate Jack. But it's a massive achievement to be able to play that many games in a row, and we'll make sure we'll celebrate that appropriately.
Yeah, well, you celebrate Jack. I mean, it's a record most people never thought would be broken.
Yeah, we just want to acknowledge it, and then as we do with most things, milestones, we step in and we have the families in, and Michaela and the kids are coming in, Jack's wife, and we celebrate these things, because these are things on a journey of trying to reach the highest of the mountain. We want to appreciate the journey we're on.
What do you put it down to, Craig? Like, how's he been able to do this?
I said this a couple of weeks ago. You've got to be able to play injured. You have to, because the game will ask that of you. And then, funny enough, he doesn't miss any sessions either. Like there's an incredible desire to prepare like a professional athlete, but he doesn't miss too many sessions, and he's a high performer. So remarkable.
You know better than us, but during your time as coach, just on injury, has he been close at all?
Yeah, had a couple of ones. I know at one stage he might have had symptoms of COVID, but maybe he didn't have COVID. Maybe. He might have, but he didn't.
What about replacing Dan McStay? How do you do it? Looks like Mason Cox did most of the session. Is that key? Is he the one that comes in?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've sort of still got a few questions at match committee to do that. Like, I think the ability to help Darcy Cameron out in the ruck is something we want to continue to do. I know we've got a short break next week without getting too far ahead. Darcy's such an important part of who we are and where we're going, so we want to support that. But doesn't mean we're all stuck and fixed on that. As you've seen, we're sort of moving a little bit between games.
You touched on the short break. You've got Freo 5 days later. You're going to have to start managing your veterans and your list.
Let's get through this game and then we'll worry about that. But there's certainly an eye on the future. There's no doubting that. We'll maybe chat to you this time next week.
Just on Darcy, does he prefer having a backup, someone to support him in the ruck, or is he like shouldering that?
Oh, I think he's grown into the role of 85%, first ruck and then the rest on the bench, whatever it is. And you've seen what he's capable of. So I think he likes shouldering the load. But then, as we all do, we need a little bit of helping hand at times, and Mason can provide that really well for us.
From one Darcy to another, must be nice to have the skipper back this week.
Yeah, there was a level of concern because we didn't have answers to what was, and just chatting to him on Monday, we had lunch together, and there's a lot that he didn't know what was going on, so that provides uncertainty as we had no answers ourselves. So it's good to have him back and healthy, and then able to provide what he's been doing for us. He's having a great season.
All those symptoms sort of, because the vertigo, that would be quite
different. He went and saw a specialist and got treated for that, and antibiotics was a want and a hope that could do something, but in the end it was more the specialist that created a clearer space for Darcy.
How close is Charlie West to Will Hayes? Are we able to look at them across the 6th period?
Yeah, really close. His name will be mentioned as a opportunity to come in for this week or whether it's coming weeks. We're wrapped what he's doing. He's 18 and he's competing like beyond his years, and we're cautious too that he's playing VFL, not AFL, but what he's doing, he's playing above the VFL level right now. So him and Will Hayes have been mentioned, no doubt.
Have you had to coach the stand rule this week? It's back in focus.
Well, I did see a bit of narrative around us sort of challenging the rules, and had the umpires out today. We thought there's nothing to be concerned about, and they said that keep play on, let's go. Not 15, play on, they said.
North Melbourne is refusing to speak to Kane Courts. Have you ever taken issue with media reporting of Collingwood, or maybe considered locking out media?
Oh, look, I think, as you know, in my 4 years doing this job, I show great respect towards you guys, and I understand the role everyone has to play in our game and promote our game. We're not here without the role you do. I just think that respect is a beautiful word. Maybe we can all step into that a little bit. You've got a job to do, we've got a job to do. Show a bit of respect.
What did you learn from the Paul Curtis situation this week? Have you had to talk to your players about what they can and can't do?
I know Bo McRae was a bit worried because he does a lot of those sort of tackles that sort of right on the edge. But honestly, the rule was there for us to see at the start of the year. The rule hasn't changed. Maybe this is the first sign of a genuine tackle and then the concussion, the outcome. I say this so many times, the more we can protect the players for the future, I'm all in. And if this is one way that we can, remove concussions from our players and improve mental health or longevity of players, I'm all in for.
Where do you see Geelong's biggest threat this weekend?
Chris plays a lot of games. I don't know. I'm not saying there'll be a late withdrawal, but he plays a lot of games, and so there'll be a lot of chaos caused through different ways the game will be seen. We go to school on that. I went and watched them play on Monday versus the Hawks a couple of weeks ago, and there's a lot of moving parts. If you get caught up in that, you tie yourself in knots. So we're going to rely heavily on our system to play against a really good team on the bounce after what he described as their worst ever performance. So you think there'd be a bounce.
Tom Mitchell was the last player on the track today. We haven't seen him since Anzac Day last year. Is he getting close? You've got a timeline now around the VFL.
Yeah, Tom's close. He's a couple of weeks away. Excited for that. He's sort of got a bit of energy around him in the gym and then out in the track because he knows he's getting close. It's been a long journey to get here for Tom, and still got a few things he has to get through to get there. But he's doing match play now, and he's doing a lot of things that all going to plan. He plays in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you.